So it's Motherhood Monday, and as you know, last week I tracked my ovulation due to the Flow, according to the Flow app. And according to the Flow app, I ovulated yesterday, but I took my last ovulation strip because I'm not sexually active and I'm still single on Friday. And the test came positive. So I'm very, very happy about that because I'm over 35 and I have no idea when this whole menopause thing and rotten eggs thing and all that, fried eggs and whatnot, and I've never had a smear test in my life, so I was very pleased about that I'm still ovulating. So as far as I know, the only way I can track my ovulation is with these little beauties, and all I can say is luckily I was in a hotel and they come with disposable plastic cups, the hotel I stayed in. So I was able to do a little piddle in that, dip the stick in for the recommended time, lay it flat on a surface and wait for the results. So it is a bit messy, really messy to do these tests. So I guess the larger the circumference of the cup, then the cleaner the test is. So you might want to put on some disposable gloves if you don't want to piss on your hands. But I was quite lucky, I was able to aim in the cup quite nicely. I wrote down some notes. I'm going to get those notes. I've been a bit apprehensive about discussing the contents of those notes. But obviously my mind was focused on the, should I say, the happenings that happen to a woman around ovulation. And obviously to be a mum, I have to have eggs, ovaries, shall I say, that have eggs that ovulate. So tracking them until I become in a relationship, until I become sexually active and pregnant and give birth and all of that. These were great. They cost £1, I think. I think I spent £1 on them from Savers. So very affordable, and I guess they're quite accurate. So if you are on a low income or on a tight budget and you want to monitor your ovulation no matter what age you are, so long as you've menstruated, these are quite good. I mean, the instructions on the back were easy to follow. You literally just piss in a cup, dip the strip in up until the black line for a few moments, 10 seconds it says, and then lay it down for 10 minutes. So I took a picture, which is on the thumbnail of this video, of all the 5 different strip results. So the first test I took, I was quite nervous, very, very nervous about the results because of my age. So I am going to look in the notes, as I said I would. Okay. Okay, so what I wrote down is, I am 37 years old and had a little nerves about the ovulation strips. My mind was put to rest when I saw the double purple line result, meaning my ovaries still ovulate, and that's great news. So whilst I'm single, I have to maintain my ovarian health. The first ovulation strip had me nervous because it didn't match my Flow app ovulation results. The app is so useful because you can log how much sleep you get a night, along with your fertility test results, your water and medication intake, weight, symptoms, mood, sexual activity, discharge, and menstruation blood flow. I took the test on the 5th night. That night I fell asleep and had a nightmare in which rape and sexual abuse occurred. I do not enjoy being raped or sexually abused. Now, the PTSD without medication and talking therapy has made me stress over the explanations I'd seen in Gollywood and Nollywood films. Also, on the evening of the 19th and the 20th, up until the morning, weird sensations occurred in my vagina when I wasn't having any sexual activity or foreplay. The sensation has nothing to do with ovulation or miscarriage. Was I being compelled by a stalking, shape-shifting psychic vampire? Looking back, this has not happened to me before. Any sensations down there have only happened when in bed with a man enjoying foreplay. My ovulation does not require narcoleptic hallucinations, and for this reason, I will not be socializing with anyone from specific continents. I believe in the right to say no. Ovulation is not an excuse to compel a woman. The word no or resisting is not foreplay. I will not pay money or give back to the reverse psychology tactics from illegals with delusional thinking. So, as you can see, because of the 9 months I spent in Ghana and all the suspicions and the paranoid thoughts are coming through, so I definitely had to get that out of the system. All the thoughts running through my head and write in the notes. So I was completely ecstatic when I realised, yes, I'm still ovulating, so I can still get pregnant. Should I get married? But then what occurred during the ovulation, such as the nightmares and the sensations, or hallucinations if you want to call them, it just got me thinking about the father of my children in future, and just deciding that if this is the result of the explanation I've seen in films, I know it sounds very childish, but then hell no, like no. Using sexual abuse in nightmares without consent does not help with fertility, because as far as I can remember, this has never happened to me before whilst ovulating. So I'm assuming since I started my period at the age of 14, I'm still ovulating. I don't remember having nightmares like that from the age of 14 to 35. Just don't remember anything like it. So that's me opening up to my subscribers about what I observed during my ovulation whilst discussing these amazing strips. They are good if you're on a budget and you want to check your fertility or try for a baby. Fantastic. And we're trying other strips as well, because these are very basic and obviously they're quite thin. So when you touch the strip, yeah, I suppose I didn't wear disposable gloves when I did this test. So I would recommend that if you do this test, wear disposable gloves. That would be very helpful for hygiene reasons and all that. And try and get yourself some plastic cups from anywhere that doesn't refuse you for essential items. So luckily in the hotel I was staying in, because of a personal crisis, they came with plastic cups, and obviously my ovulation was yesterday, so I don't need to do any tests till next month. So I'm going to go on a hunt for little disposable cups to take for the next test. So that's my little mini review of the Clear and Simple Ovulations test strips that were very affordable and very easy to get. So from now up until being single, up until being in a relationship and trying for a baby, I'm not sure if I'm going to continue with Clear and Simple or move on to another brand. I just need something a lot more, how do I put it? Less fiddly. Because if you can't get hold of disposable gloves for whatever reason, you need something less fiddly. And in my early 20s, I remember taking pregnancy tests with another brand, and the test was quite thick and bulky, so it was easy to stay away from the urine. Okay, so yeah, affordable, very easy to get from Savers, very fiddly, so wear some gloves, and the results did come up, and I was very happy about that. So I just wanted to talk about the experience. The experience, I hate that word. What occurred during my ovulation, which was quite new. So I don't know if it's because of the trauma I have suffered due to this personal crisis. So I have to do a little bit of research, get a little therapy, maybe take a little medication for the anxiety. And I don't want to discriminate when choosing the father of my child. It's not my innate reaction to discriminate, but if I investigate further on the reason for these nightmares and those sensations, and if it is the suspicion is correct, then I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to. Because no one wants to experience that in a nightmare. Because of ovulation. Or because of taking an ovulation test. I never asked for any type of sensation down there when I was not sexually active or in the throes of foreplay. So I had to get those thoughts down on the notes. I couldn't put them on pen to paper, so I just put them in my little iPod. Very handy when you're going through a traumatic experience without talking therapy. So this is my therapy, talking into the camera to you guys, hoping that you subscribe and like and comment and have a little discussion with me via social media. It'd be great. So that is my little review of Clear and Simple ovulation strips, and me sharing with you guys about what happened during the 5 days of ovulation. Okay, love it, like it, hate it, stay neutral, it's all up to you.